Hello, this is Paula Daniele from Crochet Hook. This is my crochet beanie hat design, which I'll show you how to make in this tutorial. You can find the written pattern to print at crochethook.com through the link below in the description box. And this is an advanced, easy to intermediate pattern. But whatever skill level you are, you can certainly have a go at making it. This beanie hat will fit a teenager up to a lady adult size. And for the crown, I've used the double crochet stitch. I'll just get a close up there. And for the sides, I've used the back post double crochet stitch. And I've finished off with an edging of slip stitches. The materials required for this project are a red heart Fiesta, and the colour is buff. And you can purchase this yarn through the link in the description box. I'm using a 6mm crochet hook, some craft scissors and a yarn needle. To get started, I'll make my slip knot and then we'll chain on 5 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to join into the first chain stitch with a slip stitch to join and form a ring. Okay, so for round 1, we'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that counts as 1 double crochet stitch right throughout the pattern. A chain 3 is 1 double crochet stitch. And now we'll be working over this yarn tail, so just hold it at the back of the ring like that, and we'll be making 15 double crochet stitches into this ring. That's 2, 3. So continue on until you have 15 into the ring, and including counting the chain 3 here, you should have 16 stitches at the end. I've just made my last stitch into the ring at the end of round 1, and now we're going to join into the top of this chain 3 here. So you'll be able to tell by counting there's 1, 2, 3. So join into, you can either join into both loops, or I'm just going to join into the back loop of that chain 3, and that joins that round. You can pull your centre tail there just to tighten the centre. Okay, so for round 2, we'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and in this next stitch here, we'll be working 2 double crochet stitches into that stitch. There's our first double crochet, and there's our second double crochet into that same stitch. So we've just increased there. Into the next stitch, we'll do 1 double crochet. And that's going to be our repetitive sequence right around. So 2 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and you repeat that right around until you get to the end, and you should have 24 stitches at the end. I'm at the end of round 2, and your last stitch you should have made 2 double crochet stitches. And now we're going to join into the top of the chain 3, and I'm just joining into the back loop of the 3rd chain stitch there with a slip stitch. And that's the end of round 2. So for round 3 we'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and the repetitive sequence that we'll be using on this round is 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So there's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet into that same stitch, and then we'll be doing 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So that's our sequence. So 2 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. And repeat that right around up until you have 2 stitches left here. So I'm up to my last 2 stitches at the end of round 3 here, and in the next stitch here we'll do 2 double crochet stitches, so 1 and a second one into that same stitch, 1, 2, and then in the last stitch here we'll make 1 double crochet. And then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 here. And at the end of this round you should have 32 stitches. For round 4 we'll start off with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do 2 double crochet stitches into this next stitch. And this is the start of our repetitive sequence. So 2 double crochet into this next stitch. So there's 1 and 2. That's our second one into that same stitch. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, that's 2, and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So there we've made 3. So this will be our sequence right around. So 2 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, and repeat that right around up until the last 3 stitches. So I've done my repetitive sequence for round 4 and now I have 3 stitches left. And into the next stitch here we'll do 2 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, and then into these last 2 stitches we'll do 1 double crochet into each. So 1 into the next one and 1 double crochet into the last one. And then we'll join into the top of the chain 3 with a slip stitch, And at the end of this round 4 you should have 40 stitches. For round 5, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and the start of our repetitive sequence will be 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So there's 1, 2, and then we'll be doing 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. So there's our first one, into the next stitch 1 double crochet, and that's our second one, into the next stitch 1 double crochet, and that's our third one, next stitch 1 double crochet, and that's our fourth one. So that's our sequence for right around for round 5. So 2 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches, and keep going right around until you have 4 stitches left. I'm towards the end of round 5 here, and I have 4 stitches left, and into the next stitch here we'll do 2 double crochet stitches. So 1, 2, and then in the remaining 3, 1 double crochet into each. So there's 1 into the next one, 1 double crochet into the next one, and 1 double crochet into the last one there. And then we'll join into the top of our chain 3 with a slip stitch. And at the end of round 5 you should have 48 stitches. For round 6, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the next stitch we'll start our repetitive sequence with a 2 double crochet into that stitch. So there's 1, 2. Now we'll do 1 double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches along. So into the next stitch 1 double crochet, into the next stitch 1 double crochet, so there we have 2, into the next stitch 1 double crochet, that makes 3, into the next stitch 1 double crochet, that makes 4, and to the next stitch there's 5. Okay, so that'll be our sequence. So 2 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches around, and repeat that up until the last 5 stitches. I'm up towards the end of round 6 and there's 5 stitches left here. So with our remaining 5, into the next stitch we'll do 2 double crochet stitches into that same stitch. So 1, 2, and now we'll do 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. There's 1, into the next, 2, into the next, 3, into the next, our 4th and last stitch, 4. And now we'll join into the top of the chain 3 with a slip stitch. And at the end of round 6 you should have 56 stitches. So now this is what your work will look like, and we've completed the crown, the top part of the beanie hat. And now we'll start on the sides. So for round 7 we'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll be doing 1 back post double crochet around the post of each double crochet stitch around. So there's our chain 3, so we want to start in this one here. And to do this stitch, I usually turn my work like this to work on the side, because we're going in and out. So we're working around the post, this part of the stitch, in and out that way. Okay, so for the first one, you've got the post of the stitch there on your hook. You wrap your yarn over the hook and draw it through and up, and then you make a double crochet as normal. So rather than making it into the top of the stitch, we're doing it around the stitch. Like that. So it's a back post double crochet, and you'll be doing that into each stitch right around. And I do it sideways like this because it's easier. Or it is for me. And by doing the back post double crochet, that's how we're getting this slightly ridged look. So continue right around doing back post double crochet into each stitch around right to the end, and at the end of this round you'll still have 56 stitches, and you'll have 56 stitches for all following rounds also. I'm at the end of round 7, and I've just made my last back post double crochet there, and now I'll just join into the top of the chain 3, and that's round 7 completed. And this is what it's looking like. It starts to look like a little bowl. Okay, so for rounds 8 to 17 you'll repeat round 7, so it's a chain 3 and then a back post double crochet around each stitch, and you do that for every stitch right around. And as you're working through the rounds, this is what your work should start to look like. Okay, so I'm at the end of round 17, and this is what the work looks like now. So now we're up to round 18, and we'll be making the edge. And all we're going to be doing is a slip stitch into each stitch along and around this round. So just make a slip stitch into each stitch around, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I've just done my last slip stitch into the last stitch of round 18. You can see the chain 3 there, and I've just done the last one there. So now we can finish off. So leave a bit of a tail so we can weave into the work. Just cut that and finish off. Now you'll need your yarn needle, and thread that through. And this is how I sew this end in. Where you've joined there, just put your needle in through the middle of the next slip stitch there, and then I just run the needle down through there. And then I just turn it around, skip a loop, and then take it back up. And then trim that off. So now you'll need to turn your beanie hat inside out, and just thread this yarn tail through a yarn needle and just pull the center tight and thread that tail in around the center circle there. And then I'll just skip a loop there and take it back around the opposite direction. And then you can trim that. And now we've finished our crochet beanie hat. So that's what it looks like. So if you'd like to share a photo of your beanie hat, you can go to the Crochet Hooks You Facebook page and post a photo. Or if you have any other projects you'd like to share as well,